and singing them, but I kind of like it. It's kind of funky.
Yeah, I like the going the distance song, I guess.
We're going a long skirt and short skirt and long jacket. She's wearing a short skirt and a long jacket.
So why weren't you playing one of them cool songs? Why that one?
Yeah, I can probably find that one. Let's see. I got every song in the world here. Let's see.
So I'm really getting ready to start this new show idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
New show idea. Tell me more.
Well, it's nothing to do with the sports. More of my crazy shit.
Oh, okay.
Simulation and music. So I already got one taker for the show besides you. That's if you choose to still take it.
I'll take anything, man. It's kind of weird. Just weird enough to be interesting, probably, is the way I'm going to look at it.
Well, you know what? I ask friends, we talk about it, and I just, say, seriously, is this an interesting topic? Do you think it's got legs? Because I'll be honest, all nuts, sign up. Marcus is in.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I can be like the voice of reason or something, the guy in the corner, kind of.
And you get to be whoever you want to be. I'm just. But
maybe I can do like.
I get to be the guy throwing the shit out there. You're allowed to throw shit out there.
I mean, I could be like the alter ego guy too. Like the Two-Face. This guy's the conspiracy dude, and then this guy's the devil's advocate. Man, this kind of.
Absolutely. I think that's really what. My whole thing is you're all entitled to opinion. You're all entitled to be wrong. You're all entitled to be like Robert hammering the Cardinals, the Phillies, and the Tigers. Everybody's entitled to it. Everybody's entitled to their own decisions, their own opinions. So I've, with that in mind, I've got my own opinion. And I think we're in a simulation. And I believe I can prove that by talking about the songs that you love so much. But I'm going to give you in a different perspective. And we're going to talk about the movies that you love so much. What's up, Isaac? Hi, everybody. Good to see you. We'll get to some games here in a second. Just getting some guys going on. Red and I are talking to Chumly. Don't think he's going to make it. He may not, but we're going to talk about Chumley's winning record. He's totally on fire right now. Red's totally on fire, and I couldn't be any colder, guys. So that's why you don't hear me talking shit. And it's been a while, man. So that's all. So I'll let you guys take it and run with it. And maybe I'll run with the my new little show idea, but which has nothing. It really does have a lot to do with sports gambling because sports gambling is what took me there. Because there he is, the Chum Master. All right,
we are at the local establishment, guys. So if my phone doesn't work, I apologize.
All right, what's up, Daniel? Shoom, Daniel. Shoom. Hey, all right, So yes, we need to find a day. I think we'll be doing like 7 p.m. Eastern Pacific time, which gives it like a late night audience type of thing. And we'll try to get it shared around the music groups.
That's what they used to do on the alien shows on AM radio. I'm telling you. I can't think of the dude's name. It's not Dave Ramsey. It's something similar, though. The dude had a radio show syndicated for 30 years. And that's all they did was
Art Bell.
They talked about aliens, UFOs, all kinds of weird off the wall stuff like that. That's for 3 hours a night for 30 years. The dude talked about it. Now, I'm assuming that somebody had to be listening, or they wouldn't have kept playing the show all the time.
Listening. Oh, they're listening.
What was best about that show wasn't him per se, although he was okay. It was the callers when the callers would call in, man. Oh, geez.
Well, there you go. And I think me. I don't give a shit what you say. You're allowed to. You can attack or you can criticize or agree or just say, holy shit, what the fuck?
Man, we hit double digits, man. Maybe we should start talking sports now.
All right, there we go. Welcome, everybody. Cleveland Cavs in the NBA. I have just settled back into just some Major League Baseball for me right now. So I'm going to try to do what I do best, or have known to do best in the past, to try to get myself on the right track. And so I will let you guys pretty much lead the way. Welcome, Chumly. How's the bar?
Pretty good so far. Yeah, we started out the day on the right foot with the Cubs pushing our run to 7-0 in the best bets on BettorCenter, and Tony's been on fire with the MLB and the NBA, and hopefully we can give you a couple more winners tonight, guys.
All right, Daniel's coming at us with Miami -5, Brooklyn +3.5. Robert's got Cardinals, Phillies, or Tigers. We'll get to baseball in a minute. So let's go with some NBA. Tony, how about a little recap? A little bit of NBA.
I enjoy recapping nights like last night on the show. 6-1 with the one loss being the 2-team parlay. In MLB, we cashed the best bet with the Cubs. Also gave you Houston, another easy winner on the show. And then in the NBA, 3-0 sweep, coming off a 4-0 sweep in the NBA the night before. So just kind of got it on cruise control in the NBA. Last night, Dallas, I had to sit there and watch Caldwell Pope miss probably the most open shot he had all night with just a few seconds remaining. The dude basically kept the Lakers close the whole game, and he missed a three-point shot right in the final seconds, able to get the cover with the best bet Dallas. The other two winners, really no drama. Chicago clubbed the Hornets, and Boston pretty much led wire to wire against the Phoenix Suns. So a pretty easy night in NBA. And the one NHL play I gave out to you guys, a flyer on the Flyers, was a solid 3-2 winner at big underdog juice. So another good day. Since last Sunday when I went 9-0, I'm just kind of feeling it right now.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I appreciate the warm, fuzzy feeling it gives me.
That's it. John, you can't put her on camera and not introduce her.
No,
you have to be a gentleman.
That was rude.
Yeah, you have to be a gentleman, John. People are wondering now. So this is why you'll never see my wife pop up.
You got a couple plays, and I'm going to get the hell out of here. I like the
rock and roll. Go ahead. Get yourself done.
And I like the it's over 1-2-8, and I got to lean on Portland with Tony. I'm pretty drunk. I'm going to let you guys go. Good luck tonight.
No. We're taking advantage of the drunk.
Yikes.
On there. Oh.
Does anybody know what the hell he said, though?
I heard something about Dodgers, Portland with Tony. It was really tough. It was breaking up pretty bad.
Real quick, John. Say him again. What are you guys doing in the bar? Hey. This is only an R-rated show, people.
Turn it off. Please.
All right, guys.
I can't get rid of it.
All right. So there you go. So Chum has Chum's occupied right now.
It sounded like I heard Dodgers. Don't quote me on that. It did sound like I heard Portland. And I'm assuming NBA. That's about all I made out of that. Sounded like the remote location wasn't quite receptive to the Wi-Fi.
All right, I'll take a peek on the website and see what Chummy's rolling with here today. And while he's entertaining himself, I shall entertain you with his plays here in a second, and we'll actually we'll give out some free Chumly today. How's that? So
sounds good.
Meanwhile, why don't you while I do that, why don't you find your or give us what you got there today?
What sport we want to do first?
Well, let's do basketball first.
All right. Well, let's get right to the NBA because that's where I've been extremely hot, actually on fire. Been pretty consistent all year, but here in the past week, the pace has picked up. Going to try to continue it through this Friday night. I'm going to say bet with caution, folks, but I have been doing well, and I'm pretty confident right now. But that doesn't mean tonight won't be a big bomb and I'll shit the bed. But I don't think so. So let's go over it real quick. The best bet I got for tonight, I'm going to take the Portland Trail Blazers minus I got 3.5 as my line as they host the pretty hot Memphis Grizzlies. Here's what I like for my angle, if you want to call it that, or where I feel like I've got a little built-in cushion on the line value, is Portland has lost a couple tough, brutal home losses here just recently. To the Nuggets, 106-105, and to the Clippers, 113-112. That's their last 2 games. Brutal, tough losses. They're not going to lay down tonight. They're not coming in off a road trip. This is the 3rd of 3 straight games at home, and I don't think they want to get swept 0-3. Look for a good effort from Portland. And Memphis is kind of due. They've lost 2 in a row. They really haven't. The Clippers game, they kind of faded, and I'm hoping that ending to the Clippers game kind of folds into the beginning of this game tonight. So I think your best bet is, for me clearly here on this card, is going to be with the Portland Trail Blazers. And I've got 2 more plays for you. I'm going to actually back tonight. I'm going to back the Charlotte Hornets, who we faded the other night. Actually, last night, I do believe they got pounded by the Bulls. Obviously, they weren't putting a lot on the court last night. I look for them to have a little more to go with tonight, and you're getting a pretty low spread as they host the Cleveland Cavaliers. So a good spot for the Hornets to get a win. I was quickly noting 2 straight losses. We were on the Bulls last night, 108-91, just a thorough beating. Look for the Hornets to bounce back here at home Friday night, low spread. I got 1.5 as a spread. And then also like the Brooklyn Nets tonight against Boston. Boston off the big win, going on the road. Seeing like the crazy spread. I got Brooklyn at -5. I guess now it's come down just a touch. It's probably because Boston beat Phoenix. So I think you're getting a little perception action there. Boston, big win, Phoenix last night, and we were on Boston, so we appreciate that effort. Was it last night or the night before? It was last night, 99-86. Like I say, wire-to-wire winners against the Suns. Look for them not to have quite that easy a flow, so to speak. I just don't see them putting up that kind of effort tonight. They're going to be a little punch drunk and happy off that win. Nets get the win. And that's going to be my 3 plays for the NBA tonight, trying to keep past 2 days 7-0. And I don't have it since Sunday, but I know I went undefeated Sunday. It's probably well over 80% since Sunday in the NBA. So see if we can keep it going tonight.
All right, there we go. Putting Robert's plays in. He's got some plays, threw out some plays there today. Cardinals, Phillies, and the Tigers. So Chumly, he crushed it earlier today with the Cubs, minus $1.30. And as his MLB, no sweat best bet in baseball or basketball tonight is no sweat best bet. And he might, I don't think he's going to be mad to give it out. It's the Nuggets over 227. So Chumley's rolling with the Nuggets tonight over 227 as his no sweat best bet. Daniel's got some action out there today. Miami -5. And also throwing out Brooklyn +3.5.
It's -3.5, but it's close enough.
Yeah. All right. And
that's when I saw that, I had to go look at, man. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, it's -3.5. If it was +3.5, it'd probably half a team would be missing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, Isaac with the play too, right? Isaac.
Yeah, coming in with Golden State on the money line here tonight in the NBA. So
we can look at that game real quick. Let me take a peek. Golden State tonight. See what I think about that one. I look over all these games. The Nuggets. I tell you what, Nuggets are 4 winners of 4 straight. They got the closeout finish. I mean, professional, kind of greasy, but you got the win at Portland. They beat the hot Grizzlies at home. I think you're kind of brave, Isaac. I'm not going to fade you by any means, and I hope you good luck tonight. But that game kind of scared me. I was probably leaning more the other way, but I did feel like it's a good spot for Golden State. But I'm not sure that Denver right now is going to be the kind of opponent just to make it easy on them. Good luck, though, with Golden State
but you
tonight.
know what? I'm going to say that this game smells only 2.5. I think you might be on to something. I think, just from the looking outside, why is Denver only a 2.5-point favorite here? That just seems
because they're playing the 10th team in the West. You're favored on the road. I mean, you are favored on the road. Again, you feel me? I mean, if you're going to make it that, why not a pick 'em or a +1? If you're going to try to suck them in.
Up point of view, Denver's. Just a basic point of view. Denver's 38-20. Against a team that's 29-30. Here's.
I wouldn't look at the overall record. Look more at what they are on the road against Golden State at home, and then kind of blend into the last 10. Denver's hot right now.
They're 1-6. They're 1-6 versus Denver. 1-6 versus Golden State. So now they do poor against them. Then I'm saying they're only laying 2.5 points. They're clearly the better ball club.
Yeah, I steered clear, so it definitely there's something there afoot.
Well, hit 26 out of 38 times in this matchup, though. So, that was kind of my first instinct that this play would be an over. But Golden State is certainly not an over team as of late, and neither team's really doing anything that says play the over outside of when they get together.
The other thing I don't particularly like in the NBA, Golden State falls into that category too. First game home off a long road trip. They just played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games on the road, and now this is their first game back home. I never liked that, man. There's always that philosophy in my mind that you just traveled for a week and a half. This is your first day. Like the Chris Rock stand-up routine where he used to complain about getting bitched at as soon as he stepped one foot in the door. Bitching like, then let me get the other goddamn foot in the door. That kind of feeling. And I'm sure professional athletes, when you've been traveling for a week or two, that first day you get back home, they're going, blah, 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 blah. And so that could be a problem trying to focus on your job. That's just that's a theory in psychology.
You know what? For the ones, let's put it this way, for the ones that are struggling at home, it all starts when they come home. And there's something to that. There is a trend to that. That first game back home after the road trip, the guys that have less than honorable wives, because they're obviously less than honorable husbands, but that stuff comes home to roost. Now they get the confrontational,
it's just something drama. It's a distraction.
It is. And you have to count that in.
A little bit. I mean, I'm not saying in every situation it applies the same, but I got to imagine there's a little bit of that going on, right? These guys aren't robots. They are humans. It's got to factor in.
I think, and everybody, when you think I'm crazy about my all little theories and stuff like that, it's just trying to put yourself in somebody's shoes, and somebody's shoes just because they're rich and famous doesn't put the shoes aren't, the shoes may be made of gold, but they don't float. They have to wipe their ass when they take a shit just like everybody else.
That's right. At the end of the day, that's when they die, they're going to be dirt just like the next guy. You can't take it with you. Never seen anybody that could take it with them.
Yeah, so that stuff exactly. And that stuff wears down, and you have to look for that stuff because there's Mr. Momentum again. Exactly. Mr. Momentum has now left this building that this player's in.
So we better hit some baseball before the games start. We're sitting.
Okay.
Are there any early games? Yeah, there are a couple. Let's go over them real quick.
Them off. Go ahead.
Major League Baseball. Let's go over it here. I've been best bets have definitely started to pick up. I've completely turned around kind of a really slow start in baseball, pretty much back to square one. Best bets are actually a little bit ahead right now, and I got a little confidence, been picking pretty well. The best bet is another straight underdog. Going to try to get some juice tonight. I'm going to play Toronto with Matz on the mound. I'm acknowledging that they're facing another tough pitcher, Glass now. But remember this with him, at this point, They were 3-1 in his 4 starts. Awesome. 2 of those wins were 1-0. They literally had to give up 0 runs for this guy to win because they weren't scoring. If they give this guy no support tonight, I think maybe Toronto, and I'm getting plus 140, which I'm getting a lot of premium with who I feel is a pitcher in form. He's going to give me the quality start, being 6 innings or more, basically 18 outs plus, with 3 runs or less scored. So I'm looking for that from Matt's for sure. And it's probably going to be a tight game, maybe the under. This is the kind of play where if my mentality works out, it's going to probably be a lower scoring game. But I like Toronto as a solid underdog. Really good value on the money line tonight with a good quality pitcher. Toronto with Matt's best bet play.
Right.
Also,
they'll have to break a 39-85 streak. Last 124 games against Tampa. So they have not done well, but they did catch 39 wins in the last 124.
There you go. So they got that going for me, man. And then the other action tonight, I'm going to continue with the Oakland A's. Until they miss, I'm going to keep cashing. They've been greasy. They've been extra inning comebacks, this, that. All I know, the team's won 11 straight games now. I've been on them 7 games in a row. I'm going to play Oakland again tonight at $1.25 is what I got it. They're basically – and if they lose at this point, who cares? I mean, it's like basically finally missing a ticket. You follow me? It's just at this point, the progression of them winning, if they lose one, it's no sweat off my back. Great. I'm going to tip my cap and thank them for this long, prosperous winning streak. So give me them. Sure. And I'm going to play – I'm going to play Kershaw at a minus 138. Probably about as low as price you're going to see on Kershaw. But what I kind of like here, and it's the Dodgers record when he starts coming off a loss. Dodgers lost to the Padres tight game last night. It's well over 80, like 85%. I checked a couple numbers on this, but yeah, Kershaw's about 85%. The Dodgers are about 85% in Kershaw starts following a loss. Bottom line, they win damn near 85% of the time. Like that play. Rest of the action plays in MLB. I like Boston. I like the Angels, and I like Cincinnati. So Toronto best bet. 2 plays I like upper level. Oakland, Dodgers, and then the 3 play lower. Boston, Angels, Cincinnati. That's who I like tonight, Lou.
Okie doke. And what was I going to say about I got a little sidetracked there, but the Dodger game, the Dodgers they pretty much have their way historically versus the Padres as well. But is this Darvish? That's what I was kind of looking for. Darvish's first outing versus the Dodgers. So, because kind of have a little feel for an over there, but because these 2 guys are going to be quite the premium to the under, and you got 6.5 out there. Yeah. So
I mean, Darvish has been cranking up with his pitching, man. He's gotten better. It's what I would call walking the ladder up. He's progressing up the ladder in terms of performances. He's went 5 innings, 6 innings, 7 innings, giving up 4 runs, 1 run, 1 run. Last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run on 1 hit. So, but he might have peaked out. That's factored into the price, where Kershaw has been solid, but not quite that sharp. Although he's not that sharp. I'm looking. He's given up. The only game this dude's given up runs, an earned run. Well, he did give up 1 in his second start, but last 2 games, 6 innings each start, no earned runs allowed. So you're looking at 2 pitchers, what as I like to call them, on form. They're at their apex of what you would expect them to do if you put it on a bell curve of possible outings. These guys are both on the upper end and doing well. But like I said, I'm going to play that that the Dodgers lost last night kind of makes me take them tonight. Bottom line.
Yeah, that's right. It was 2-0 last week. Last week they played. So Darvish should face them this year. So we can't really go anywhere near that. The over's 12-4 the under's 12-4 in LA. You're paying the price for that number. Padres 41-17, the last 58, 48-20 in LA. So so Dodgers have had their number, and after losing last night, you could be in the right spot. So
I want to say it's like 25-3, Lou. Don't quote me on that, but it's something very similar to that. The Dodgers in Kershaw starts after losing. Something very close to that, which is goddamn, that's pretty strong.
That's enough to bet on just in itself, right there.
It's pretty strong. It is, and it's kind of a mental thing too. They know as a team if they lose and they see Kershaw that they have a good chance in the next game. If you follow me, to me that's also kind of a mental. And perhaps
coming at you head-to-head, taking them -1.5, +200.
Hey, I can't. It's Major League Baseball, man. Anything happens. This is game 40 out of 162.
Let's look at Kershaw versus Padres, because I remember going to a game to that game and betting the over because there was this 3 years ago. So, but Kershaw versus Padres. Let me see what I can grab here. Last 10, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 to the over. His last 10. So. And then they just had the 2-0 game to suck you into the under. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody scores some runs because nobody's expecting. I remember betting the over and going to that game. Yeah. It was in the right spot. I actually hit it. 8-2 though. His last 10 starts. 8-2 his last 10 starts versus Padres. So he in fact that looks like it might be. I don't know. Kershaw could be a good solid play there. So Darvish, he's 5-5. It looks like versus the Dodgers overall in his career, going back to 17.
That's not terrible. I also say he's been serviceable.
Well,
but, you just wonder how long he can keep this current run of pitching up because Darvish hasn't been able to string long stretches together. Just go from past history, and you expect at some point here soon for one of these starts not to be as good as these past 2 or 3. That's my backward logic I use with these guys.
26-3 Marcus gave you.
Yeah, and I want to give credit. I think Allen's the one that I saw that earlier, wherever he got that from, and there you go. I think that sounds right. He probably got it from the same source I did.
Well. Yeah, and
that's basically one more win would make that 90%. If that's 27-3, that's 90%, Lou. So we're like 87 and change at 26-3 over a large sample over many seasons of that. This is they just start this. This has been going on for a while.
All right, I got a few games. Let me rattle them off real quick, which they're probably starting. So
go for it, man.
But who's really following right now? Should the tide turn, we'll get a little more serious about it. But Seattle and Boston, I rolled with the over 9. Kansas City, Detroit, I rolled with under. And actually, that's my play of the day. I played it under 8. Now it's 8.5. So usually the lines don't go against me in totals. Usually. So when I got LA, Houston over 8, Seattle, Boston over 9, but Detroit, Kansas City under, Houston, LA over are my 2 best plays, and then Seattle and Boston over is a 5 unit. That's my action. So. Yankees looking for 2 in a row tonight. I thought about that myself. I thought about them yesterday as well. So, but I'm keeping my action limited right now until things are going the way I see them. Simple as that. That's what you do, right? Back off the action.
Oh yeah.
Until you find the strike zone again.
I call it a feather the throttle, man. You kind of just kind of lift up. You just gotta say, whoa.
Meanwhile, we'll still be here. I'll still be here. I'll still fight away and fight my way out of this dry paper bag and turn it into a wet paper bag. So Predator's best bet for Marcus tonight is giving us action again.
Woo-hoo! I got one also in the NHL. I mean, I kind of
they got me the other night. I'm a day late and dollar short, probably.
Hit the bullseye with the Flyers last night. I'm going to try to cash another. Well, actually, it's about a pick 'em. It's not even an underdog. I like the Canadians tonight against Calgary. I think Calgary's kind of flopping a little bit here these past few games. I don't like the way they're playing. Give me Montreal at about even money. That's going to be my NHL play tonight.
Yeah, Nashville against Chicago the other night and we lost, I believe. I would have probably been on it again if I would have won the other night, but you'll probably hit it tonight. So Vegas against Anaheim, it's tough. Well, actually, they took it off the board, I guess. It was minus $1.10, but, they're celebrating, so the Vegas owns them. So I don't know if you want to take a little shake out with that. But that's it. I'm pretty much out of action. My dogs are got something going down. Like
Hello,
said,
buddies.
Tiny Marcus. And I got entree is people are entering and the dogs are barking.
Well, guys, we're about done. Good luck. We'll see you in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 9 o'clock Pacific time. We shall see you.
Yeah, good luck, Marcus. Good luck. I appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, guys.
Thanks for joining in, guys. Marcus,
if you like the content, share it with your friend. Let people know we're on, man. This past week should be like a time capsule because we've been like shoveling out winners by the dump truck full this past week, man. Good luck tonight, guys. Everybody,
have a good night. We'll catch you in the morning.